Steal away to Jesus. Steal away, steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here. I ain't got long to stay here. Ain't that the way it is? A nigga left alone. I'm dying in the morning, and they won't even let me praise my God! I've been praising him all my life. And I ain't never seen his face, I ain't never heard his voice. I ain't seen nothing but the sign he sent to me. The hand of a black man stretched forth over the horizon, blocking out the white man's sun. How does a righteous God send a man a sign like that? Then leave him to be captured alone in the cave and put on a trial by a jury of monsters? Where's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that freed the Israelites from Egypt land? Are you there? Can you hear me? It's my turn to put somebody on trial. And I choose the Lord Jesus Christ. If you are there, Lord, and if you prove yourself to be true, then I will accept the death that you have ordained for me. But if you prove yourself to be false, then I will take my own life in the way that I see fit. I will be the judge, jury, and executioner. The court will now come to order. The trial of Nat Turner versus the Lord Jesus Christ will now commence. I will take the stand first. When I was a child, you first showed yourself to me. You gave me visions of things that had happened long before my birth. I told my mother, she wrapped her loving arms around me and she praised God that I'd been made a prophet. I lived my life believing I was ordained for some kind of special purpose. That's the day I was tricked, hoodwinked into believing that there was a man in the sky that was going to give me my salvation and that I had to spread his word. I spread his word everywhere I could. He was filling me with the message, and every day I knew more and more who I was. I was Moses, the man meant to part the Red Sea and lead my people to freedom. They used to like that. When I would come up on the campground, they'd gather around and they'd say, "Preach, prophet, preach." And I'd look at them and I'd say, "Hold up your heads, my people, and look to the hills where your help comes from. The Lord ain't made us like this. He ain't made no slaves. No, he made his people to be loved, to be their own folks." It was a beautiful sentiment. Every day I believed I was more and more in his arms, but then I'd ask myself, if God is real, then why are we still slaves? Is God just another white man? I'd ask myself on that plantation how a white man could fight for his independence, as they say, and then turn right around and take another man's freedom. The trial will continue. In the second case, my war wasn't for land or money like my masters. No, my war was for my people. Anybody can see clear as day something needed to be done. I remember working out in the fields. I seen a man and a woman, husband and wife. He was pushing the plow, she was picking the cotton. hands so full of thorns. You would have thought they was painted red. And every now and then, that man looked over at that woman. And he saw she started falling over. She was looking sickly or something. And he put down that plow. He ran over and wrapped his arms around that woman. And you could hear the overseers shouting, "You get your ass back on that plow before I whip you good." And the man just held her tighter. And you could see they gave up on life in that moment. Overseer came with that whip. They held on tighter. And the bullwhip crashed down on both of them. Their blood painted that cotton field red as a tomato. He beat them until they both died. And we just kept working. Couldn't do nothing else. Couldn't even look like you didn't like it. And that was the day I saw the burning bush. That was the day I cried out in prayer, "Lord, I will fight for my people." I got a mission. Freedom is here. Our time has come. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord. I will save my people. There's a taste you get in your mouth. A taste that makes life more sour than anything else. It's bitterness. When you got bitterness, you ain't nothing else but another broken soul working the land. So that's what I did. I worked for 5 more years, stayed a slave 5 more years, to this one day where everything just stopped. I looked out into that field, and I could see that man in that moment in my hand. And I could see their blood in the cotton. And I could see my mother's blood and my grandmother's blood from working all those years. And I could see wasn't nobody watching me. So I started picking, moving on down the line till I was clear off that land, and I took off running faster than I ever thought I could till night fell. In the darkness, with nothing but the stars to comfort me, I began to hear the sounds of dogs barking and men coming and shotguns cocking, and I just couldn't think of nothing else to do but to fall to my knees in prayer and say, "Lord, please cover me. Forgive me. Let me back into your warm, loving embrace. I have tried to do this on my own, and I have tried to do it my way, but Lord, I ask you, be with me this one last time, please." My prayers must have rumbled in God's ears. Because when I looked up, it was gone. No more barking, no more men, no more guns. I was alone. So I kept walking to this little field in the night. And I looked at the big full moon that God had put in the sky. At that moment, I saw the glory of the coming of the Lord. I saw that my mission wasn't just for me. My mission was for everybody. So I turned around and I walked right back to that plantation, back to slavery, back to the master. And though I was whipped until the flesh fell off of my bones, I did not die. So now, though I go to my death, I know that you are there. I know that your arms are around me. I will accept the death that you have ordained for me. I will sing your praises until I leave this earth. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for